So we are going to start today. We'll be starting with the second module, module number 2, transaction management and concurrency control. So let's start. Now in this particular chapter, these are the points which I am going to cover. The first one is nothing but the transaction concept, that is nothing but the introduction to the transactions, then the different transaction states, then the concurrent executions, and then what do you mean by serializability? There I am having conflict serializability and view serializability, then recoverability by using the recoverable schedules, then the implementation of isolation property, then the transaction definition in SQL, and then testing the serializability means which are the how to test whether the schedule is serializable or not, that we are going to study. So these many topics we are going to talk about in a broader way, I can say. Okay, so let's start with the basic one, the first topic, that is nothing but the transaction. So what do you mean by transaction? First of all, instead of moving with the conventional definition as you can read here, but before that, let me speak about what do you mean by transaction. You people are going to, what I can say, you people are also performing, every one of you, because every one of you are having the debit card or credit cards, or even though if you are using the online apps like Beam Pay or Google Pay or Paytm, right? There you are performing the transaction. So those kind of those transaction I am speaking about, right? So whenever you are moving to the ATM, or whenever you are transferring money from the Beam app, what happens? What happens? In on the back end, one code will get run. Backendला काय होतं? Backendला होताना काय होतं? एक code run होतो. One program will get run that will be already implemented by your bank. जर मला पैसे ट्रान्सफर करायचे असेल, इफ आय वॉन्ट टू ट्रान्सफर दी फंड फ्रॉम वन अकाउंट टू अनदर, जर मला माझ्या मित्राला किंवा अजून कोणाला पैसे पाठवायचे असतील, सो इट विल रन वन प्रोग्राम इन सच अ वे दॅट माझ्या अकाउंटमधनं पैसे डेबिट होणार, राईट, अँड इट विल गेट क्रेडिटेड टू दी beneficiary account to whom I want to send. Getting what I am trying to tell you? Whenever I am sending the money, it will get debited from my account. Yes, definitely it will get debited from my account, and it will get credited to the beneficiary account, whoever it may be. ज्याला मला सेंड करायचे असतील त्याच्या अकाउंटमध्ये ते पैसे क्रेडिट होतात. So this is nothing but the transaction in a simpler way, if I want to tell you. Okay, so this is the conventional definition, what I can say. This is the practical definition I am telling you, so that you will have a clear picture of what do you mean by transaction, right? Now let us come to the actual definition of the transaction. A transaction is a program. That may change the content of the database. A transaction is a program that may change the content of the database. Of course, if I am saying that in my account there are 5,000 rupees, and if I am transferring 1,000 rupees to one of my beneficiary, then in my account there will be 4,000 rupees after debiting. Means what? The database has been changed. माझ्या अकाउंटमध्ये 5,000 रुपये होते. 5,000 रुपयापैकी मी 1,000 रुपये एका बेनिफिशरीला पाठवले, तर माझ्या अकाउंटमध्ये किती राहिले? 4,000 राहिले. म्हणजे जो डेटाबेस आहे, जो तुमच्या बँकेचा डेटाबेस आहे, दॅट हॅज बीन अपडेटेड, दॅट हॅज बीन चेंज्ड. So that's why I am saying that a transaction is a program unit that may change the content of the database. It will change the content of database. It will change the content of database. Or I can say, if I want to talk about other definition, then I can say a transaction is a logical unit of database processing. A transaction is a logical unit of database processing that must be entirely completed to achieve the consistency. This definition is very important. What I am trying to tell you, it is a logical unit of database processing. Why it is a how it is a logical unit of database processing? Because it must be entirely completed to achieve the consistency. Now there is one term that is called as consistency. Okay, let me wipe it out. I am having the word consistency. Right, what do you mean by consistency? For that purpose, let me open the pen pad. See, if I am having my account, right, and I am having the beneficiary account or my friend's account, I can say the friend's account. If I am saying my account is A, my account is A, and my account is my friend's account is B. Right. What I am going to do, if in my account there are total 1000 rupees, if I am saying in my account there are 1000 rupees and in my friend's account there are 2000 rupees. माझ्या अकाउंटमध्ये 1000 रुपये आहेत आणि माझ्या मित्राच्या अकाउंटमध्ये 2000 रुपये आहेत. What I want to do, I want to transfer 500 rupees to my friend. Right. तर माझ्या अकाउंटमध्ये किती वाजतील? In my account there must be 500 rupees remaining. Right. आणि माझ्या मित्राच्या अकाउंटमध्ये किती होतील? There were 2000 rupees earlier. Now it will become what? 2500 rupees. 2500 rupees. आता मला सांगा, if I am doing the addition of this, if I am doing the addition of this 1000 and 2000, what will be the addition? 1000 plus 2000 comes out to be 3000, right? 1000 plus 2000 comes out to be 3000, right? And after performing the transaction, what is the total amount? If I am doing the addition of these two, it will be what? 500 plus 2500 comes out to be again 3000. Means what? Before performing the transaction the total amount was 3000 and after performing the transaction still the total amount is 3000, right? That is called as consistency. So that's why I am saying a transaction is a logical unit of database processing that must be entirely completed to achieve the consistency. That must be entirely completed to achieve the consistency. Right, so this is the consistency, and whatever the transaction we are running, that is nothing but the program which will change the content of the database and it will achieve the consistency. So in this way the consistency is achieved. Okay, now let me talk about one example. Here already the example is there, I hope so. Yes, so this is nothing but the consistency I was talking about. Now let me read out this definition. This definition says what? A transaction is a unit of program. That's what I was saying. A transaction is a unit of program that access and possibly updates the various data items. That access and updates the various data items. That possibly access and updates the various data items. What do you mean by data items? For the sake of simplicity, I am saying account is nothing but the data item. Now there are in a bank there are thousands of in bank there can be thousands of accounts. So those are nothing but the data items if I am saying, right? So if I am saying just a simple example, I want to do a transaction to transfer 50 rupees or $50 from account A to account B. That's what I have just now told you, that in my account there was 1000 rupees, in my friend's account there was 2000 rupees. So if I am transferring 500 rupees, so how it will look like? Just now I have told you the same we are going to see, but with the help of a transaction program, right? So the example says what? I want to transfer $50 from account A to account B, right? So for that purpose, what I am going to do, I am going to read the A, means the value, the account value of A, or the data element. This is nothing but the data item. This is nothing but the data item. A is nothing but the data item, and B is nothing but the data item. Okay, what do you mean by A? This is nothing but I am referring it as the account number A and account number B. Account A and account B. Simple, in a simple means. So read the value of A. I am going to read the content of A. For example, if I am saying I am having account A, I am having account B. In account A, I am having 1000 rupees, and in account B, I am having 2000 rupees. In account A I am having 1000 rupees, in account B I am having 2000 rupees. What I want to do, I want to transfer rupees 50 or $50 from account A to account B. So that's what I have written here. First of all, I need to read the value of A. So suppose the value of A is 1000 rupees, then A is equals to A minus 50, means I am going to debit rupees 50 from account A, and then I am going to write the updated value into the database. So mean to say, here the value was 1000, right? Then after deducting rupees 50, it will remain what? 950. So this 950 will get updated into the database. Now the new value is what? After updating into the database, the new value is what? New value is 950, right? And then read the value of B. So after reading the value of B, what is the value of B? The value of B is 2000. The value of B is 2000. Read the value of B. So value of B is 2000. Then I am going to credit rupees 50 which I have deducted from account A. So it will get, this 50 will get transformed to account B. Previously there was 2000. Now it will become was 2050. Now it will become what? 2050 rupees. Okay. And then, so this 2050, and I am going to write that data. So it will be 2050 in account B, that I am going to write. So updated data will be, after updation or after performing this particular transaction, the total amount you can see here, it is completely 3000, and before the transaction also it was 3000. Before the transaction also it was 2000, it was 3000, and after the transaction also it is 3000. So in this way your consistency of the database will be achieved. Okay. Now there are two issues that we need to deal with. That is nothing but the failures of various kinds, either hardware failure or system failures or system crashes. What do you mean by hardware failure and what do you mean by system failure? That I will tell you. When you are going to an ATM, what happens? Sometimes the network goes off and the ATM becomes offline. Right, that is nothing but the system, the system problem, the network connectivity problem. I can say a hardware problem, because due to some adapter problem or some network problem, there is your ATM goes offline. That's why you cannot perform the transaction. Right. समजा माझ्या account, when it might have happened to you also number of times, that whenever we are withdrawing the money from the ATM, आपल्याला विड्रॉ झाल्याचा मेसेज तर येतो, पण विड्रॉ झालेले जे पैसे आहेत ते आपल्याला येत नाहीत. राईट, इट विल नॉट डिस्पेन्स द मनी. it will give you the message that this much amount of money has been withdrawn from your account, right? But you will not get the hard cash there. You will not get the money will not get dispensed from ATM. Okay, so this is the problem. So if such kind of problem appears, then there will be a problem. कारण की माझ्या अकाउंटमध्ये 1000 रुपये होते, माझ्या अकाउंटमधनं 50 रुपये डिडक्ट झाले. ओके, मग डिडक्ट झाल्यानंतर ते अकाउंट बीच्या अकाउंट बी मध्ये जायला पाहिजे, म्हणजे बीच्या अकाउंटमध्ये जायला पाहिजे, राईट. पण तसं जर समजा झालं नाही तर काय होईल? आय विल लॉस माय 50 रुपीज बिकॉज वॉट एव्हर दी 50 रुपीज आय वॉज ट्राईंग टू डेबिट is debited but it is not credited to the beneficiary account. So in that case there will be a problem, कारण की माझे 50 रुपये तर गेले, कुठे गेले, राईट. असं कधी झालंय का? तुम्ही बघितलंय आजपर्यंत? हॅव यू सीन एव्हर that much money is there the money, whatever the money you are trying to uh, whatever the money you are trying to withdraw or you are trying to send, की तुमच्या अकाउंटमधनं पैसे कट झाले आणि ते तुम्हाला मिळालेच नाही, असं कधीच होत नाही, राईट. आय विल टेल यू वन मोर एक्झाम्पल. इफ यू आर परफॉर्मिंग एन ऑनलाईन ट्रान्झॅक्शन, राईट, लाईक यू आर परचेसिंग समथिंग, सो ॲट दॅट टाईम समजा तुम्ही प्रोडक्ट घेतलं, प्रोडक्ट घेतण्यासाठी पेमेंट केलं, पेमेंट झाल्यानंतर तुम्हाला कन्फर्मेशनचा मेसेज आला नाही, बट यू हॅव गॉट द मेसेज दॅट युअर मनी हॅज बीन डेबिटेड फ्रॉम युअर अकाउंट. बट ज्याच्याकडून तुम्ही प्रोडक्ट घेतलं आहे तो म्हणतो की मला पैसे मिळाले नाही, तर त्याच्याकडनं तुम्हाला एक मेसेज येतो काही वेळानंतर, if your money has been debited from your account, it will get refunded to your account within 2 to 3 days. So this is nothing but a type of recovery, right? It is nothing but a type of recovery. Whenever a error occurs, whenever there will be a failure, either a system failure or a hardware failure, there must be something, right, that we are going to talk about. So that part also we are going to consider, and whenever we are running the program, whenever we are creating the program for transaction, that part also we need to take care. Okay, if there is a failure, then what to do? Okay, then the next point is concurrent execution of multiple transactions. नाव असं तर नाही आहे ना की तुमच्या बँकेमध्ये फक्त एकच ट्रान्झॅक्शन ॲट ए टाइम होते का? देर आर मल्टिपल ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स विच विल अलाउ. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इफ आय एम परफॉर्मिंग 2 ट्रान्झॅक्शन ऑन माय अकाउंट, एक मी माझ्या ATM मध्ये पैसे काढतोय फिजिकली, आणि दुसरं मी ऑनलाईन काहीतरी परचेस करतोय. सो का दोन्ही ट्रान्झॅक्शन ॲट ए टाइम होऊ शकत नाहीत का? डेफिनेटली इट विल डू. नॉट 2, more than 2 also it allows. Even though you are doing it in ATM card, at the same time you are using Beam UPI, at the same time you are purchasing something on Flipkart or Amazon by using your online banking, still it allows you, right? So that is nothing but the concurrent execution of multiple transactions. Simultaneously it will run multiple transactions on the same account, I can say. Okay, so this is nothing but the basic concept of transaction. Hope so you people have understood. If you are having doubt, let me come back there and we will see.